I'm going to take it easy this weekend. I'm not going to do anything really strenuous because I'm not supposed to. So I'm just walking along the Cumbria Way from Langdale, which is where I dropped off last time from the old Dungeon Gill, and I'm going to go over up here. I think it's the Stake Pass. I think I'll have to check that. Over into ending up eventually in Borrowdale, and I'm going to stay the night there. Then the next day I'm going to go from there and just walk to Keswick. So it's two really easy days. I'm just going to take it easy. But having said that, my rucksack is really heavy because I don't know why it's so heavy. Yes, I do know why, because it's the weather. Because it's been really hot and really cold and really rainy recently. So I've had to pack for every eventuality. I'm also carrying a laptop because I'm going to be doing some writing in the evenings. I thought if I get away from my normal environment, I'll be able to get a lot of writing done. So we'll see. But this uphill bit up there, that's the hardest thing I'm going to have to do for the entire few days that I'm up here, which is nice. I'm also got two new things with me today. I've got new boots, let me show you. New boots! Berghaus Explorer Ridge. And stupidly, I didn't wear them around the house before I came out, but I kept meaning to, but I thought, oh, it'll be alright. Mainly because they're the exact same type that I had before, and those ones were the most comfortable shoes I have ever had in my entire life, including all normal shoes. Normally they rub me, they're really awful to fit in with, but they're really comfortable, and true to form, they're really comfortable, so I love it. So I'm gonna head off now and tackle that, and I'll speak to you later, hopefully. Here we are, we've reached the other side. Look at that. That's where I'm going to be going, right down there. That looks fantastic. I'm having such a fantastic time. So I've come over now into Langstrath, into the valley, and it's just so nice, it's spectacular. I don't recall that I've ever been this way before, so it's really nice to go somewhere a bit different, and the paths are just really good quality paths, quite good surfaces, so it's no problems there. And looking at the climb now that I came down, I can't even see the path, so they've done it really well. Let me show you. It's kind of like there. You have to ignore my massive finger there. Oh yeah, what I was going to show you was my other new thing, which is my new map case, which is Ortlieb. Can you see that? Ortlieb map case. And the problem that I've had with map cases before is they're probably just cheap ones that I've had, to be honest, but the plastic is so firm that if you fold it in half, like, because you might want to fold it up and not have it flapping around all the time, if you fold it in half it just eventually cracks where you fold it, and then water gets in and then it damages the maps. But this is one that my dad recommended. Let me just turn that around and show you. It's really kind of soft, squishy plastic. So as you can see here, I've got a book in it, and you can just fold it up and clip it together, and it's just a really handy little thing, and it feels like it's going to last for ages. So I'm really quite happy with that, and it's perfect for books. And as you can see, I'm using The Cumbria Way by RM Press yet again because it's so good, but I believe that they're out of print, all these ones, which is really bad because they're such great roots. So the other thing that I was going to tell you is how I got here from London, which you may know that I don't have a car, so I'm always using public transport. So what I did, the day before, I packed my rucksack in the evening, and yesterday morning I took my rucksack to work with me on the tube in rush hour, wore my hiking boots on the way, wore work trousers, and then when I got to the office, changed out of my hiking boots, put normal work shoes on, and left my hiking boots and my rucksack there, sort of like underneath my desk for the evening. So then I left the office about 5:30 and got the 6:30 train from Euston. And I was a bit worried actually because it didn't arrive for ages, and it kept saying on the board that the train that will make up this service is due to arrive at 18:13, and then it said it's due to arrive at 18:15, and then it said it's due to arrive at 18:20. So I was thinking, oh, it's going to be delayed or something. So I was trying to work out which platform it would go from. So because it said it was due to arrive at 18:20, I tried to deduce which were the arrivals that were arriving at that time. So I went and hung around the platform around there, but I turned out to be completely wrong, and it turned out to be the exact total opposite side of Euston Station. So never mind, but it passed the time. And we set off a few minutes late, and we actually ended up getting to Oxenholme I think it was about 8 minutes late, or it might have been slightly less than that. And one of the things that I was worried about there is that you have to change you have to change at Oxenholme onto the train to Windermere. I wasn't really that worried though, because I kind of thought that the train would wait for the other train rather than just set off on time and then we're all stranded there with nowhere to go. And I was proved right, it did wait, but it set off pretty quickly. I'd literally stepped onto the Windermere train, the doors closed and off it went. And I'd had to come from coach A, so I'd had to walk all the way down the furthest end of the platform to get onto it. So if you're in coach A, walk quickly to get to the other side. But if you are changing at Oxenholme for the lakes, the thing you have to do is you don't need to worry about changing there at all, because you just get off the train, walk over to the other side of the platform, and that's it. It's really easy. You don't have to go up any stairs or out or down or over a bridge or anything. It's just there, and they will wait for you if your train is late. I don't know how long they'll wait though. I've only ever been a few minutes late, but it's nice to know. And then got off at Windermere, and unfortunately there aren't any buses around that time. What time is it? About 9:20 or something like that. Maybe 9:15, something along those lines anyway, that my train got to Windermere, and there aren't any buses that leave at that time, which is a bit of a shame because it would be really nice if they'd managed to match it up. So I had to get a taxi to Ambleside, which is where I was staying, but it's fine, it's just what you have to do. And then I was at Ambleside before 10 o'clock at night, so I'd left London that evening, and then I was in Ambleside. It was great. It was really good, and it was such a nice evening, and it was kind of beautiful sunset, and oh, it's just so nice. So I stayed in the hostel, and then this morning I walked into Ambleside. If you're ever staying at Ambleside Youth Hostel, just be aware it is about 20 minutes walk to get to Ambleside town centre, maybe a little bit longer. And then don't get me started on Windermere Hostel, Windermere Youth Hostel. That's not even in Windermere. It's like miles away. So it's actually in Troutbeck, So you just got to watch that if you're expecting to be staying in Windermere itself. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I walked into Ambleside, got the bus, 9:50 bus, the 516. That takes you into Langdale, and all of the buses in Ambleside go from the same bus stop, which is really easy. So it's on Kelsick Road, and if you can find Kelsick Road, you just wait for your bus there, so it's fine. So we all got on the bus, and there was quite a lot of people with hiking gear there, so we all got on the 516, and then it set off, and then it stopped and kind of seemed to break down and had to be restarted again. And this happened about 5 times, and we hadn't even left Kelsick Road, and everyone on the bus was going, oh no, what are we going to do? But eventually it was fine, and it set off, and it takes you all the way to Old Dungeon Gill if you want to get off there, which is where I got off. And so that's how I got here. So it's great. You can use public transport. And the bus cost me, it was a single from Ambleside to Old Dungeon Gill, and it cost £4.95. I think if you get a return, it's not double that, it's cheaper, but I wasn't, so never mind. What else was I gonna tell you? I'm just telling you all this about how I've got here so that you can do it too, because I think that if you're in London, the lakes seem really far away, but you can actually get there in one evening and just be there ready the next day, and it's so good. You just feel like you're in a totally different world. And when you're buying the train ticket, it does feel like a lot of money to spend, but if you're lucky enough to be able to afford it, it's more a case of persuading yourself that it is valid to spend that money on yourself to do something that you love. And just being out here today, I can just tell you that it's totally worth every penny, because you wouldn't miss this for the world. If you like being here, it's worth spending the money. And you deserve to do things you love in life, because you've only got one life, and you really should spend it doing the things you love. And you don't know what might happen tomorrow. You might not be here anymore, so make the most of every day, and come to the Lake District or the Peak District or the Brecon Beacons or the Isle of Wight or whatever it is that you want to do. But what I'm trying to say is that it's worth. I feel that, like I said, if you have the money to be spent, it's more a case of persuading yourself that you're worth spending it on, because it's important that you're happy. That's just what I think anyway, so I don't know what else I was going to say, but this is just the place where you could just sit here for hours, and I just feel like I could sit here for hours, if it's not too cold. Well, if you do sit down, I find my hands get a bit cold, but on a nice day where it's not too bad, you could just sit here and just chill out. And it's so good. I'd normally be in the office, which, not to denigrate my office, because it's really nice and everyone's really, really nice, but being here instead, when you would normally be in the office, is just such a good feeling.